Hey folks, it is Kurt Thompson here, Trumpet Sizzle, Trumpet Champions. It's Monday, July 14th, 2025, and I keep pinching myself. I kind of think I'm dreaming. We're halfway through the summer, folks, and this has been the easiest, mildest summer with actual rain since I've been in Texas for 10 years now, a little bit more than 10 years. There has not been a summer that has been this mild and this wet and this nice at all since I've been in Texas. I'm just thanking my lucky stars, pinching myself just to make sure I'm not dreaming. It's the middle of July. At this point, typically, we would have had a month of no rain. The earth would be scorched. I probably wouldn't be walking Rocky. I'm actually walking one of the neighbor dogs behind us, Rocky. I don't get to walk them too often just because I don't have the time. I can't make the time. I just have so many things. Well, I have 8 other dogs, right? Try to walk them too. But these backyard dogs, I do try to get them out once a month or once every 6 weeks, just so they're not constant prisoners in that backyard. They never get to leave the backyard. They don't go inside. They don't go anywhere. They don't go for drives. So I try to just something different. Right, Rock? Just take them out. Let them smell around. That way, if they ever did get loose, they're used to going on a route out here. I also take them around to my house, so at least they have the familiarity. If they ever did get out in the middle of the night or whatever, at least they would have the routine of how I walk them close to my house. So anyway, beyond that, this is an update from me. I have officially started playing trumpet again. I haven't done this in more than a decade, where I don't play, but I was building up some tension in my chops after last week's, actually a week ago today, July 7th, 2025, Doc Severinsen's 98th birthday. Because of all the time imposition on everything but playing, I really had to play aggressively more than I wanted to. I just didn't have the luxury of time, because I had to market this thing and get it out to people. It was just so much. I'm not going to go into all that. I think I have another video where you can watch that. So I actually took off a full week. Didn't practice, didn't touch the horn. And this time, when I say take off, I don't mean a little warm up. I mean, I didn't touch the horn until today. So I did my performance for Doc Severinsen a week ago. And after that performance was over that night, you can see me live streaming in the dark in my car on the way back. After that was over, I didn't touch the horn again until today. And today I did a nice warm-up for about 20 minutes. Did some light tonguing, some finger stuff, and some very low, relaxed low notes and a couple pedal tones. I didn't even go above the staff. Now tomorrow, I'll jump it up to about 30 minutes, and we might touch a little bit up above the staff, not much. And that's how I tell my students to do whenever they've had to take some time off, or if they miss a few days in the course. They have to take this percentage-based graduated approach back to playing. Don't just jump into it full force. So yeah, I built up some tension in my playing. I noticed it when I heard the results of my performance. Now, all in all, it's pretty good, but there are some sections where I felt I was too tight. Most notably, at the end of MacArthur Park, when I went to do the F, G, double G, that double G came out squirrely, but I had plenty of chops to spare. And double G is one of my worst notes. It's right on my break. In that performance, if you watch it live, or if you watch the live stream, you can see that I took half beat in the midstream of that squirrely double G and pounded out a perfect, clear, in-tune double B and just held it all the way out. Didn't even kiss it off. And it just came out wonderful. So I had plenty of chops, but it's just things like that that tell me that I built up too much tension in the embouchure of the lips, and I just needed to do a reset. And I haven't done that in over a decade. Maybe it's been 15 years since I've done that. It's been a long time since I have not touched the horn for a full week. So that's what happened. I'm restarted the horn. I got all kinds of great ideas for Trumpet Champions and this proven successful performance. In fact, I have a way of, I'm thinking about scaling it down to maybe 30 minutes of music that I could do on jazz festivals, or maybe even at the TMEA, or maybe NAMM, just to kind of promote Trumpet Champions and what we're trying to do. Remember, folks, the key is building up the money and the reserves and the fundraisings now, so that we can have a huge surplus, so I can actually take this out to schools that would never, kids that would never see this, underprivileged areas, inner cities, rural, way out in rural, and be able to play some of this music and hopefully turn on a few light bulbs. But in order to do that, we have to raise money. And so if I have to go out and, well, not have to, I mean, I enjoy playing, but if I have to take this out to, if I desire to take it out to some jazz clubs or jazz festivals, high school, anything like that, or conventions, industry, trade, music stuff, and be able to play some of this, I will, if we can accumulate some funds, put it away in the kitty, and then when the time is right, start going to some of these schools that have never heard this kind of music, and hopefully turn on a few light bulbs and give students that otherwise would not have a choice, let them experience this music live, and maybe and encourage more choice in the music and their lifestyle. Just a thought. That's what's going on with me. Again, I just can't believe my lucky stars, how the weather, now the weather is humid out here. You can look, well, you can't really see, but I'm actually sweating decently, but it's because of the humidity. Otherwise, there's a cool breeze. I think it's about 86 degrees, 88 degrees. Now, compared to when I lived in Santa Monica, you can go all the way back and watch some of my videos from almost 15 years ago when I was in Santa Monica, California, right 10 minutes from the ocean. I mean, 10-minute bike ride. No, this weather doesn't compare to that, because I had perfect humidity, a nice breeze where you can smell the salt in the air. So no, it doesn't, this isn't the best. I'm not trying to say this is the best weather on planet Earth, but compared to Texas weather, in 10 years that I've lived in Texas, this is the best. Oh, I just had a nice cool breeze hit me. It should be 104 degrees right now, 105 degrees with about 80 or 90% humidity. It should be unbearable. The sun, it should be blue skies, the sun out, piercing, oppressive. We just can't get out at this time. You know, this is late afternoon. You can't get out normally in July in Central Texas, especially not with an animal. You can't get out there and walk them like this. They couldn't walk. Okay, I was recording, and then the recording went off. Don't know what happened when I tried to show you Rocky's feet. So anyway, this is just an update. Some of you care about my updates and what's going on, and some of you don't. So for those of you who don't, I expect that you would not be watching this. For those of you who do, you'll probably go, oh, so that's what that Kurt Thompson's up to a week after he did the Doc Severinsen thing. I also have another video I'm going to be making on the strange, odd, and weird people that surround Doc Severinsen, from his friends, family, business people. It's just a really strange, odd group of people who at the very least are impolite, but I just have to make another video about it. It's just weird. That's the only thing I can say when it comes to human behavior and normal human behaviors and interactions with all kinds of people. Whether you like people, you're neutral, you dislike people, this was a strange group of people that Doc has surrounded himself with. And some of it's family too. It's just an odd bunch of people. I would never want to have those kind of people in my life at all. Just a really strange group of people. Anyway, that's about it for the wrap up today. I'm going to go get Rocky. Can we see Rocky here? I'm going to get Rocky, brothers and sisters. So I'm going to go get, who am I going to get next? Peanut and Jasper. I'll walk them two together, and then I have to walk Rosie by herself. So I'll walk Rosie. The reason I can't take them all together is because they don't get walked regularly, and they kind of spaz out. When they spaz out, they'll pull at different directions, or they'll just stop, or they'll reverse and try to get out of the harness. So anyways, I don't want to do that. I want to, you know, these are not my dogs. I kind of feel like they are slightly, but I don't want anything bad to happen. I don't want them to get loose or get out or anything like that. So I'm trying to take extra precaution with them. So I'm painstakingly getting more cardio than I otherwise would want to. So that was a 30-minute walk with Rocky, and I'm gonna go back and get two, and I'll walk them maybe about the same amount of time, maybe slightly less. And then the last one will be the only girl that's back there in those backyard dogs. Remember, you hear me talk about helping out the backyard dogs. That's Rocky, not Oscar, Rocky, Jasper, Peanut, and then the only girl there is Rosie. So I'm gonna do that now. Anyway, if you enjoyed this update, leave a comment, thumbs up. You could always tell me what's going on in your life in the comment section. You could also leave some information about what you're doing plane wise. Many of you have been following what I've been doing, what I did do with Doc Severinsen and his birthday, and I have plans of doing other things, and maybe you have thought of something that I have not thought of. If that's the case, you could leave a comment and maybe let me know what you're thinking of that I have not yet considered. Otherwise, we're getting to start our back to school promotion here for Trumpet Sizzle. I found out the earliest school that goes back in the United States is yet again in Arizona, and they start back on July 31st. Waco, believe it or not, is not too far behind. Their first day of school is August 31st. So where we're at today, we're at the 14th. So in less than a month, schools, at least where I live, will be in session, and in 2 weeks, the first school that goes back early will be in the districts in Arizona, which means I got to get organized with my back to school. If you didn't know, back to school is my biggest, deepest discounted time of the year for books, lesson, courses, coaching, you name it. And I just try to do a real big one for the kids and also for adults. It's not just for kids, but it's during the kids back to school, and that's when I have all these discounts come up. So anyway, I'll give you a shout out soon. You'll hear a lot more of me soon, in another week and a half probably, as I start to ramp up these promos for back to school. Until then, over and out. I'll catch you in the next one.